Anyway, I am now at the Air Club Lounge in Dublin Airport. It is currently just before 5 a.m. here in Dublin, and I'm actually heading off to Berlin today, so I'm just going to hang out here for about an hour, then head to Berlin. But yeah, I'm pretty much just going to do a bit of an update of what's going on and obviously where I'm off to next. So I obviously arrived here on Saturday to Dublin, but I hate these live videos because I can never do them. So anyway, I arrived here on Saturday afternoon. I was really tired. However, I don't think I actually spent enough time here in Dublin itself. I didn't actually obviously see more of Ireland other than Belfast. And to me, I feel a bit disappointed in a way because I didn't see so much. The other thing is that day before yesterday, I actually had a really bad migraine, so I missed out on a complete day of where I could have seen more, and I feel kind of disappointed in that way. The other thing is that I obviously didn't pack for the occasion too, so yeah, I was very cold, but coming from a very warm climate to coming to here, it was, I should have packed for the occasion. I did bring coats and obviously long sleeve shirts and everything like that, but just obviously didn't pack for it. So yeah, didn't prepare well, I don't think. Apparently Berlin's a little bit warmer today, so hopefully that's going to be a bit more of a plus side to everything. I have to arrive at my hotel for 12:30 today, so to check in. So what's a bonus because it's an early morning flight here today, and well, for anybody here who knows, being up since 2:30 this morning to go to Berlin, I'm going to probably need to have a nap in before I have to go to the university anyway. So yeah, but yeah. What did I get up to? Obviously, I missed out on a few things as I mentioned, but the great thing was I got to see as much as I could, and the things that I did get to see, like going to Belfast, I think was a huge thing for me to go to Belfast, and obviously go to sorry, I just lost my train of thought now. Anyway, the other things that I really enjoyed seeing was actually going to the little Museum of Dublin. That was actually really cool. It was a great experience. And obviously the Sandeman's walking tour, I swear to God, it was probably the most funniest, but one of the best walking tours I've ever actually been on. He was so passionate. He was just hilarious. So it just made the whole experience so much better. I tell you that right now. So yeah, but I really actually enjoyed it. I'll definitely have to come back here for a longer stint. But obviously I don't think I planned it well. I don't know if I felt like I actually kind of, how do I put it in a way? If I felt like I didn't actually plan it well, I don't know. In saying that, if I spent 2 weeks here in Ireland, I probably would have made it boring for the vlogs if I kept on trying to not make it relevant, because I'm just going to be stuck in one country for a very long time. So yeah, but anyway, flying to Berlin this morning. I'm actually very excited about going to Berlin today. Last time I was there, it was in 2015. Switching hands, sorry. The last time I was there was in 2015. I was only there for one day. I was actually on a top deck tour, and that was a day where it was a really great day. That's where I fell in love with the city, but everything just went wrong. I lost my MasterCard. I had to go have a new one sent out to me. It was just a lot of drama. Obviously didn't see as much as I would have liked to have seen, but going back, and I'm actually there for a week now, so it's really good. The other thing is my partner, she's actually arriving on Saturday in Berlin, so as much as she will be with me and her sister will be with me, she won't be actually covered in the vlog. She just personally actually said to me she didn't want to be covered. She's a pretty private person, so it's fine, I've got to respect that. So yeah, but like the things that I really am looking forward to doing is obviously a lot of history stuff, because obviously that's my field, and obviously the other really good things that I'm actually enjoying about going there is my favourite band actually recorded my favourite album there, and it was just around about the time of the reunification where things come out, and then you can kind of see the link between where the song came from and everything like that. So it was actually, that's what I'm really excited about doing. There's also the other really good thing about Berlin, and this is also going to be when I go to Tel Aviv as well, is that Berlin is probably one of the most vegan friendly places in the world. So I'm excited about that. I will admit that as much as I did get by here in Ireland, there was obviously some choices where I had to unfortunately not go vegan. I was a little bit disappointed in that, and I did feel sick afterwards, but to be honest, I kind of expected that, and I know that a lot of people are going to be going, oh my god, you didn't go vegan, you should have made a better choice. At the end of the day, I'm in a country where it's still not as recognised as somewhere like Germany or even Israel for that matter. So it's obviously a slow process, but we will get there eventually. But yeah. But the other exciting thing that I'm actually going to be doing is there's going to be a lot of farmers markets while I'm there. So I'm going to try and do a huge kind of segment on chasing the vegan food in Berlin. I have actually done one for Dublin as well, but it's going to be a lot shorter, and obviously just explaining that veganism isn't actually as recognised well enough as it is in other places in the world, such as Germany, such as Israel, such as Australia. So yeah, but I would usually have my traditional morning beer. It's too early in the morning for that. So I've gone for this, a nice strong black coffee. I think that's all we really need. So like I am. So much better. I actually feel so much more human now. I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning, so 2:30 this morning, sorry. So I'm pretty beat now. Funniest thing was this morning, right, well, I was waiting for the shuttle to come and get me because I paid for the shuttle through the place I was staying at, right? And anyway, they said to us, 2:30 we're going to come and pick you up. Yeah, that's fine. And I'm waiting out there at 2:30. No one came. And 2:45 comes around, typical Irish time. He turns up. He's in this beat up old truck. I only paid €7 for it, and then he just kept on flying all the way to the airport, and I'm just like, we're getting tossed around in the back of that car. The guy was Polish. It was just really funny. So, I kind of found humour out of it, and then there was another group there that were flying with Ryanair, and they were quickly trying to check in whilst we were waiting for the airport, because with Ryanair, if you don't check in online before the flight, you have to pay like €55 or some garbage. So I was trying to actually help them save some money on that, because it was like €55 per passenger. So I don't think they really wanted to be paying like nearly €200 just for printing out some tickets. So yeah, but I will let you guys know I'm actually flying with Aer Lingus. I'm not flying with Ryanair today. So they've actually really looked after me today, because I've got lounge access, I've got priority boarding, everything like that. As a lot of people may not know, I get anxious before flights. I just find it very anxious before flights to be in a crowded area. Two worst places for me are check-in, and obviously check-in is probably the worst place for me, and also being in line through immigration, and that is probably the two worst places where I potentially do actually have anxiety attacks. So I just ring up the airline, explain the situation. They actually look after me. They either give me priority boarding, or somebody will actually meet and assist and walk me through, which is so much better. Thankfully today there was hardly anybody at the airport, so I basically went through check-in to security like within 10 minutes, so it was so much better. But yesterday I did mention before I went to Belfast, and I kind of regret not staying there longer, I think, in a way, because we went to the Titanic Museum, and obviously I went and did this black cab taxi tour, and this guy was he was local, and he was was explaining about my family history, because and then obviously talking about what I had learned at university and obviously what I'd learned at school, and obviously one of the movies we've had to watch was In the Name of the Father, and it was like something we've been forced upon to watch, and it was kind of something that kind of give you an eye opener. And he was talking about his life, and just it was just made an amazing experience to understand, because he was an older guy. It was just so cool to understand where the country's gone from to where it is now, and what potentially may happen when Brexit actually happens. So yeah, but it was actually a really cool experience. But oh, sorry, I thought that was something really bad. But yeah, no, it was a really cool experience. Obviously I kind of regret not staying there longer. We were only at the Titanic Museum for a maximum of 2 hours, and I could have stayed there longer. I just felt really rushed while I was going through there. And to be honest, I didn't get to, because was rushed, I didn't get to see everything that I wanted to see, and I feel bad because I didn't want to see what I wanted to see. But at the end of the day, also, I didn't get to see there was the dry docks and also the drawing room as well. Was trying to picture them, but I couldn't find them. And someone had said to me that the drawing room's now actually turned into a hotel, which I actually walked past and didn't realise. But in second, also, the dry docks were actually further down, so I didn't get to see that. And then also our ticket didn't include the SS Nomadic as well, so I was kind of really disappointed on that. I didn't get to see it, but in saying that, the bus tour up to Belfast, and also the bus tour, the bus tour itself with Paddy Wagon tours, they were really fantastic. And the black cab tours was really good, and that was an extra €15 on top of the what I had to pay, and that was fine because I learnt so much just through a local's perspective about what had actually happened. And yeah, it was really, really great. Oh good, I got three viewers now. Say hi. Yeah, because my last airport live video, I had nobody for the entire how many minutes I was on, so I'm actually kind of happy to have 3 viewers on, so it's kind of cool. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, no, I'm actually excited about going to Berlin today. Kind of regret not saying hi, Katie. Kind of regret not being able to go to not be able to do more here in Ireland. I'm definitely going to have to come back. I think that was a huge disappointment in a way. Obviously, the day before yesterday, I had an awful migraine, so I was kind of a bit disappointed I didn't get to see as much as what I would have liked to have seen. So yeah, but Berlin. I mean, I can't believe I'm actually going there for a week now. And then a week after that, I'm actually going to, this time next Thursday, I'll actually be at Schönefeld Airport, going to Tel Aviv. It's kind of scary to think, I've been planning this trip for so many months, and now it's actually kind of in motion. And to think that Berlin's obviously been the biggest place I really wanted to come back to, but also going to Israel next week, that's kind of, in a way, I didn't think that was ever going to happen, and now it's actually happening. And also, the thing is, I'm meeting my partner in Berlin on Saturday, so I'm actually really excited about going to Berlin. And yeah. Oh, I know that I was going to do a giveaway today, and I forgot all about it. I was walking around souvenir shops trying to find the weirdest thing we could find. Best thing I could find was a postcard with a donkey on it, and then I never even bought it. I walked past and went, oh, that looks interesting, I'll go back, and then I forgot all about it. I definitely remember when I go to Berlin, I'll actually go and purposely scout out something and find something. I really wished I actually bought that postcard with the donkey on it. Yeah, but definitely, I'm going to definitely scout out something. Today, what my plan is, I'm going, obviously going straight to the hostel because the hostel has weird check-in hours. So it's from 9:30 to 12:30 I've got to check in. And then after that, what do you do for work to afford all this amazing travel? I am actually a cleaner. That's my real job. That's my paid work. But a lot of this stuff that I get is through sponsorships and people actually approaching me. Would you be interested in coming to our country and promoting it? So obviously coming to Ireland, that was what I was doing here. This week in Berlin is actually study. I'm actually here for study for a week. It's sort of a week. I'm here for a 4-day conference. So it's not technically a holiday. I just had to pay to actually turn up, pay for my flights to turn up basically. So I sort of thought I'd just put in my Ireland trip prior to that. Then Israel is actually more of a family thing. So kind of my partner forked out for some money for me to come, but also I paid for most of my flights. One thing that I do is I sacrifice my life so much to make sure that I have enough money so I can travel, but also make sure that my bills are paid, and obviously I only pay like a little bit each week on my bills and everything like that. That's how I've always traveled. I never really go and say just be eating cans of beans just to get by. Nothing like that. I still want to actually have an experience. But in saying that, when it comes to in Australia, the position I work in, because I work a part-time position, which means I can work up to 30 hours a week, we are entitled to 4 weeks paid leave with our job. That's an Australian law. That's an entitlement that we are as a part-time worker. If you're a full-time worker, I think you're allowed a little bit more leave. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's about the same or a little bit more. But with that, I just take that 4 weeks leave every year. This trip is actually 6 weeks. A reason why it's 6 weeks, it's actually more study rather than holiday. So I will still get paid for 5 weeks this trip, which is completely fine because by the time I get to Japan, I will probably have very little money, but I won't be spending as much as what I would be here because I'm here in Eurodollars. For me, Eurodollars is $1.50 Australian. What am I studying? I am studying modern history, so I'm currently studying my master's at the moment. So that's the reason why I actually have to come here to Berlin, is I'm doing my thesis on the Holocaust, and I've got to go to a conference there at the Freie Universität. I think that's how you pronounce it. So next week I've got to go there, and also they have the largest humanitarians department in my sector in the world. So for me, that's it's like, hallelujah, it's heaven for me. I know that I can get most of my research done in a few days anyway, because I know which books I need to get, I know which documents I need to get. And also next week when I'm actually in Israel, I'm actually going to Yad Vashem, and they're actually helping me out there as well. So by the time I get to Japan, I'm taking basically 3 weeks completely off from... I will still be vlogging, obviously, but taking basically 3 weeks off to completely immerse myself in my thesis to make sure it's written. It is 98% written. I just need to go through and make sure that everything that I've got is correct before I submit the final, because I don't want to be writing some quote from somebody and it's not the right person that I've actually quoted or the right book that I've quoted from. So I just want to make sure 100% that I've got everything right, because I'm one of those perfectionist people when it comes to that kind of thing. And mind you, it is the hardest thing that I've ever written, the hardest thing I've ever done, but it's going to be worth it at the end when I've actually completed it. So yeah, but yeah, going back to Berlin, I am really excited. Obviously the study portion is probably going to take out a good part of my day. Obviously my partner's going to be there, and also the other thing is my 13-year-old sister-in-law, she's going to be there as well, and she's actually studying modern history as part of her classes for her school by correspondence, because she actually studies online through through a school in New Zealand, and she's learning a little bit, but they're not actually covering so much about World War II or the Holocaust or anything like that. So I'm actually teaching her that stuff, and we're going to have like a field day so I can teach her so much more about where things were and who things were and everything like that. So yeah, but yeah, we're already up to 20 minutes now. Usually I try not to make these so long because it chews up on my data, but who cares? But yeah, I really am excited about going to Berlin. Obviously, I'm really excited about, the history side of the thing is probably one thing that I'm really excited about doing. The other thing is, as I mentioned before, my favourite band is U2, and they actually recorded Achtung Baby in Berlin, well, part of it at least. And this was just before the reunification. So it was just around about the time of reunification, sort of tearing down the Berlin Wall. And the one thing for me is the Trabant cars. Now, you'll see them everywhere in Berlin as like a tourist thing, but they were basically cars that were discarded on the side of the road. They ended up using as part of their set during a ZTV tour. So if anybody who knows me, ZTV is basically my entire childhood right there. That's my entire childhood right there. So yeah, I'm kind of actually really excited about that, because when I was there for the one day last year, I didn't get to see enough. One thing I really want to do is find like a t-shirt with a Trabant car on it. That's really what I want to do. And also secondly, just learn so much more about where they focus so much of that music from, because it was completely different to what they had been previously doing. To even now, it's sort of slightly different, but it's still got that same tune to it as well. So yeah, but the first song off their album is called Zoo Station, and it's actually a song. The song name itself is actually from the station in Berlin called Zoo Station. It's called Zellstige Garten. And funnily enough, the U2 line actually services for the U-Bahn, so something there you learn. The other thing is I'm actually kind of excited about, I'm kind of actually intimidated by it too, is being able to actually use German, because I can read it okay, I can speak it with a Yiddish accent okay, but I speak Yiddish better than what I do German, so I kind of will be excited about doing that. Hang on, I'm just going to have some more coffee. So yeah, I'm actually really excited about that. So yeah. But anyway, guys, I'm going to cut this vlog short here. I've been on here for like 25 minutes almost. But I thought keep you guys checked in. I will do another one about this time next week when I go to Tel Aviv. And I'll keep you guys, let you guys know how Germany was, how Berlin was. Won't so much focus on what I was doing in my conference, because I don't think anybody really is interested in that. And keep you guys actually in check with what's going on. Obviously, I won't be in a fancy lounge like I am today next week, because I'm actually leaving from Schoenfeld and I'm flying with EasyJet, so good luck with that. But yeah, I'm actually excited about going to Berlin today, and yeah, it's weird to even think that 6 months ago it just felt such a long way away. Anyway, all right, guys, have a great day wherever you are in the world, and look forward to checking in next week, and letting you guys know how Berlin was, and obviously getting on to Israel. So kakite, guys. Bye.